Much. Well, nearly 2 weeks after that violent attack downtown made national headlines, Ohio U.S. Senator Bernie Moreno met with city leaders today. It was uncomfortable at times, but the senator telling us it was worth it. WLWT News 5's Danielle Dindak joining us live with more on the meeting and the progress that hopefully, Danielle, it could lead to.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Sheree. And as you mentioned, U.S. Senator Bernie Moreno telling us that that meeting was tense at times, but it did end in a good place. Now, with all eyes on this ongoing investigation, I asked the U.S. Senator if the city showed him any of that surveillance video of potentially what led up to that violent night or any of the police body-worn camera, and this is what he had to say. Have you or Holly seen the entire video yet? I know Chief Fiji said that they were supposed to release potential surveillance video and body cam video. Have you guys seen it prior to today or today at that meeting?
No, we did not share the video. Holly doesn't need to see the video. She lived it live. So in terms of me, look, I've between seeing the videos that are out there, listening to her and the other victims, there's a pretty complete picture of what happened, which is something something that was obviously a mob attack. Something that should never have happened to Holly. And look, at the end of the day, what solves these things from happening is a better police presence, better technology to know that these things are happening, civilians that call authorities to alert them to bring aid is really critically important. Those are all the things that we've got to fix. But I can tell you the police every single day put their lives at risk for us. It means that you step up.
At the meeting this afternoon were players from the city, county, state, and federal levels. The goal here to ensure that the violence downtown never happens again. He echoed some of what Chief Fiji commented on last week, saying that the revolving door of injustice needs to end, going on to add that judges need to stop hiding behind their cloaks and have to be held accountable for not upholding law and order. Now, as you heard, the U.S. Senator also brought one of the victims with him this afternoon. When it comes to Holly's injuries, she's sharing with us the man who attacked her, quote, damaged me forever. She says what's giving her her strength is being a mom.
And the biggest thing that I think really upsets me is the desensitization of humans, where there's a brutal attack, attempted murder in front of you, and they all think, oh, cool, let me get my phone and record it. I truly hope that in the future there's some sort of bill to where somebody has to be prosecuted or at least fined if they don't call 911 first to save someone's life. And I think that's going to help a lot, not just, funding more police, which we do need, which I really hope moving forward, we get the proper police. But like he said, it comes also from the citizens. We all need to help each other out and start helping humanity.
And as you can imagine, Holly still has a lot going on. She told us that it's really hard for her getting around and she's constantly in excruciating pain. But she said she wanted to be there today to be the voice of preventing violence in the future. Danielle Dindak, WLWT News 5.
All right, Danielle, thank you. Cincinnati Mayor Aftab Puraval also telling us in a statement tonight, today Senator Moreno and I sat down with city leaders and law enforcement. It goes on to say there is work ahead of us to build on our robust approach to combating violence. Developing this afternoon, Cincinnati police are searching for a gunman